Hate Army General saying Hate Army shit. Your name is Hate Army? The Hate Army. Cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Goosebump, I told you. All right. Game of the year winner is Elden Ring.
Did Elden Ring win? Elden Ring won Game of the Year? Well, it was either that or God of War. So, you know, one or the other was going to win it. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. The power of the Elden Ring. Fight the same bosses 47 times. Repetitive locations over and over. Elden Ring. Game of the Year. Elden Ring. I hate to say it, but like neither game, like it was either gonna be Elden Ring or God of War Ragnarok, and not to say that either game is bad because they're not, but man, did it not really. Innovation had no chance this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the most innovative games you played this year? For me, it was probably Stray and Sifu. Those games didn't have a shadow's chance in hell of fucking win. A shadow's chance in hell. A snowball's chance in hell of winning Game of the Year. But they were the most unique games I played. And probably some of the most fun I've had. You know? What you get is fucking Elden Ring is just the culmination of everything they've done with FromSoft games, but literally almost nothing new at all. Chocolate Tits tipped me $1.25, so I can't believe people of Elden Ring say it's Game of the Year. I just don't get it. Listen, Elden Ring, #1. Again, it's the culmination of everything that's ever been done in FromSoft, right? If you look at all the game mechanics, if you look at like half the bosses and enemies are actually from previous FromSoft games, it's the ultimate FromSoft fan service, right? And I get it. At the same time, if you want to, what I said, the biggest mistake they made was making the game as long as they did. Because by making the game that long, they knew that they were going to have to reuse so fucking much content that half the game was repetition and boredom. No, I did not want to fight the giant corrupted tree monster 17, 18 times in the playthrough. No, I didn't want to do the same optional challenge dungeon that looks exactly the same 17, 18 times either. I mean, there's probably like 20, 30 of those in the game, right? And then at the end of the game, the entire last third of the game, the whole upper right portion of the map is boring. There's not much going on. It's super uninspired, to say the least. Oh, like, oh, another fucking dragon. Big deal, right? It's not until that final floating island area, that's unique, and the secret areas, like Moog's Underground Palace. That stuff's kind of unique and cool. But it's sad that the game was so lengthy that it kind of lost a lot of its charm. Like, at first, the game's very charming and interesting. But once you realize that it's the same shit the entire game, it's like, oh my god. Like, jeez, dude, they fucking made it way too long. So, if anything, it's kind of a victim of having too much content and reusing too much. If it had more original content, but was shorter. Like, Elden Ring is 80 hours long. Just being honest, it is, okay? If you rush through the story, you could probably beat it in 20 to 30 hours, right? If the game was 40 hours long, but had a 20 to 30 hour absolutely amazing, no assets reused, kick-ass story campaign, and then 10 hours of side content, that would have been way better than an 80-hour game with 40 hours of reused side content. You know what I mean? But the game direction just wasn't that good, in my opinion. I think, like, they kind of overstepped what they were trying to do. So, that's my opinion. You could disagree. So, by the way, so I mean, like, Elden Ring. Is it a good game? Absolutely. Is it probably one of the best values of gaming in the last many years? Yes. But, was it innovative? No. I wouldn't say it was innovative at all. What was the one thing really they added? The horse? You had platforming, parkour, and climbing from Sekiro. All the combat was taken from Dark Souls, Sekiro, right? A couple elements were actually stolen from Bloodborne a little bit, or, you know, borrowed. But for the most part, you did it all before, right? What else hadn't you done?
Now we face the enemy for real.
God of War Ragnarok? I mean, it's more of the same. Is the story better? Yes. Is there more playable characters than just Kratos? Yes. Right? Is it longer? Yes. Is the side content better? Yes. But it's just more God of War. It's God of War 2018 plus. It's not, wow, an innovative, interesting new game formula. It's just the same shit you've already done. So that's what I mean. Like, for Game of the Year this year, it seems like any game that had a chance, like Stray was innovative. Do you think it had a chance? No one voted for that. That's sad. This is one of the more innovative games of the year. I've never played a game like that before. Enjoyed it, probably more than, honestly, the initial gameplay of Stray, I probably had delight. You know, I was delighted by how good it was. When I start playing God of War, I'm like, this is pretty good. And the whole game, I get that, and this is pretty good, right? Same thing, Elden Ring. This is pretty good. Maybe a few moments of shock and delight. Some pretty cool bosses. But for the most part, you get bored and it feels grindy by the end. But Stray, the whole game I felt delighted. I was like, wow, this is so unique. It's cute. It's interesting. It's different, right? So it's sad that games like that don't get a chance. They just don't. Why? Why not? And I'm not just saying Stray, like Sifu as well. I thought Sifu added a lot to the combat mechanics of any kind of game. The whole age mechanic and the combat was really fluid and reactive and responsive and interesting. I loved that about it. And I was like, does this game have a chance of winning? Fuck no, it's never gonna get. You know, those kind of games don't get nominated. So like I said, it's weird because I'm glad we're getting better games. I just wish that the innovative games kind of got more attention. I don't think they do. I don't think they get enough attention. They kind of get glossed over. And then where do you end up? You get 100 third-person action games, right? Everything's the same formula now. Everything follows the same cookie-cutter formula to try to be popular instead of trying to do something new or original. I got a $1.50 tip.
Enemy UAV active.
From Elusive Shady, I'm on my 4th playthrough of Elden Ring, heavily PvP. It's an amazing game. And a lot of people got hooked on Elden Ring, and I understand why you love it, and I understand why people would say it's Game of the Year. I'm not going to hate on a single person who says Elden Ring is worthy of being Game of the Year. I agree with you. Like I said, I'm going to have maybe 5 games in close contention for Game of the Year this year, and I don't even know how I'm going to decide at this point. I haven't really thought about it yet, but it'll be interesting. Another fucking rocket launcher. What is this, the house of fucking rocket launchers? You know what the funniest part about Elden Ring is? So they interviewed Miyazaki. I think it was Miyazaki. They interviewed him. They said, just recently too, they said, why do you think Elden Ring caught on so much in the mainstream and ended up being such a hit compared to your other FromSoft games, which were always popular but never hit mainstream success like this? He goes, I don't know. Because I have no idea. I just made a good game. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. We weren't intending for that. Like, oh. So even you can't explain it. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Positive ID on multiple strongholds. Look.
That's like asking Da Vinci why the Mona Lisa was popular. He said the same thing. It's a good painting. I mean, I guess, like, some people ask me, why do I think I was popular back in the day on YouTube? Why did I get the notoriety that I had, like, ages ago? And I'm like, I mean, all I could do is speculate. I would think the reason is because I was one of the few people doing the improv-style commentary. Back then, almost no one actually was doing much of it. It was more of, oh, you're the guy who's the know-it-all about a certain type of game, right? You make the walkthrough. There was no playthrough. Playthrough was not even used in terminology when I was making YouTube videos. No one said playthrough until I started saying it. Then all of a sudden, within like 2-3 years, everyone started saying playthrough. At that point, it was a let's play or a walkthrough. So that's what blew me away, is that was a term that only I was even using. And all of a sudden now, industry-wide, everyone says playthrough, right? But that's what I mean, like, it was unique, it was different, and it was something that a lot of people weren't doing at the time. Everyone wanted to be like a guru or known as an authority in a certain type of game. And me, I didn't care about that. I just wanted to do improv commentary over everything, and people found it funny, right? But that's what I mean, why was I popular? Probably right place, right time. But I couldn't really say. I think a lot of people have said many different things about me back in the day. Like, a lot of people like the fact that when you watch my content, it looked like you were just sitting there with a friend who was commentating while I played a game next to you, right? Some people thought that I was just kind of risque and I didn't really care about what I said or did or get in trouble or anything, and they liked that. Basically, at any given moment, I would say anything, and, you know, who cares if I, you know, it's kind of like someone who's just, zoop, the filter was off, right? I don't know. I can't answer that. So I guess I'm kind of like Miyazaki or whoever too. I couldn't answer that either about why people liked my shit. Maybe people were just stupid, you know, because I don't think I'm very special or important. Today, probably, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Today, my level of popularity is probably way more representative of what I deserve. I don't think I was doing anything super ultra special back then, and now I have very limited success. Do I still have people who tune in and watch my streams? Yes. Do I still have people who support me and love what I do? Yes. Is it anywhere near the popularity I used to have? No. So maybe today is what I really is leveled out, and I've plateaued, and this is where I deserve this level of popularity. You know? What the fuck? We're about an hour into our stream tonight, guys. Thank you to everyone who is here and chilling and supporting in any way. Currently, we're at 60 likes, and you guys know if we hit 100, I do a celebratory bubble blow, and I am aiming to try to get 100 likes. I try to get 100 likes on every stream. If you are enjoying yourselves, considering there's almost 400 people here, I'd appreciate it if you could give the stream a like. Any level of contribution is greatly appreciated, whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a tip. We have rewards at tip goals of $50 and $100. I even have holiday hats that lined up if we hit 100 bucks. It would be really great if we could get support tonight. Earlier today, sadly, this God of War playthrough that I'm doing now, you know, we're about 40 hours into it. I'm loving the game. And every time I play it, we get less people, less engagement, and less support. So it's kind of like already this is a pretty slow day going into it. So I'd appreciate if you guys could support tonight's stream. That would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you.